In a bold and unexpected move that's shaking the foundation of the Dallas Cowboys' offseason strategy, offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer has reportedly signed off on what insiders are calling a $46 million gamble, a deal involving a high-risk, high-reward free agent cornerback whose injury history and past inconsistencies have made him one of the most polarizing names on the market. This decision is reverberating across the NFL landscape, igniting debates about the state of Dallas's secondary and raising serious questions about whether the Cowboys are addressing the right needs at the right time. But the news doesn't stop there. In a stunning twist from the world of NBA commentary, Charles Barkley has stepped into the football conversation with a bombshell of his own, suggesting the Dallas Mavericks should explore trading projected No.1 pick Cooper Flagg for none other than Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo. Barkley's jaw-dropping proposal has added fuel to the fire of Dallas sports discourse and left fans and analysts alike wondering what direction the city's teams are heading as the offseason continues to deliver shock after shock. Let's begin with the Cowboys. The decision to commit $46 million to a free agent cornerback who hasn't played a full season since 2021 has drawn heavy scrutiny. Schottenheimer, known primarily for his offensive mind, is said to have personally endorsed the signing during recent internal meetings, despite resistance from some in the Cowboys' front office who were concerned about the player's durability and long-term effectiveness. The cornerback in question, whose name is being held back pending final contract approval, has shown flashes of brilliance during his career, including a Pro Bowl appearance and multiple games with lockdown coverage against elite receivers. But just as often, he's been sidelined with nagging hamstring issues and lower body injuries that have prevented him from reaching his full potential. Sources inside the Cowboys organization say Schottenheimer's reasoning is rooted in two critical factors: the departure of key secondary pieces in free agency and the aggressive arms race unfolding across the NFC East. With the Eagles reloading, the Commanders drafting well, and the Giants quietly building a deep receiving core, Dallas's pass defense is under more pressure than ever. Schottenheimer reportedly believes this cornerback can bring immediate veteran leadership and plug a major hole in a defensive backfield that's suddenly looking paper-thin. But is the risk worth it? Analysts are split. Some believe this signing could be the spark Dallas needs to stabilize its defense and make a serious Super Bowl run. Others think it's a desperate overpay money that should have been allocated toward offensive line depth, linebacker help, or even locking in young talents long-term. What's undeniable is the gamble. This isn't just about the money, it's about the message. Schottenheimer's influence is clearly growing inside the Cowboys' hierarchy, and this decision could define how the team is judged in the months ahead. And now, we pivot to the hardwood, where Charles Barkley, never one to hold back, has ignited an entirely different kind of controversy. During a surprise appearance on a Dallas sports radio show, Barkley was asked about the Mavericks' future after their dramatic playoff push. Without hesitation, he floated one of the wildest trade ideas in recent memory: send Cooper Flagg, the generational talent expected to go No.1 overall in the NBA draft, to Milwaukee in a blockbuster package to acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo. Dallas needs to win now, Barkley said. You don't pass on Giannis if he's available. I don't care who you have in the draft, Flagg. Whoever, go get the guy who's already proven he can win a championship. The comment sent shockwaves through NBA circles. Flagg, at just 17 years old, is considered one of the most complete and NBA-ready prospects to enter the league in the last decade. Scouts rave about his two-way game, his maturity, and his potential to become the face of a franchise for the next 15 years. But Barkley's point is hard to ignore. Giannis is already there. A two-time MVP NBA champion and perennial all-star, Giannis represents immediate title contention, a level of certainty that even a top prospect like Flagg can't guarantee. So would Dallas actually consider such a trade? While no official sources have confirmed any such talks, the idea has now taken on a life of its own. Mavericks fans are divided. Some argue that pairing Giannis with Luka Doncic would instantly form the most dominant duo in the NBA, an unstoppable force capable of going toe-to-toe with Denver, Phoenix, or any Eastern contender. Others believe trading Flagg would be a catastrophic mistake, a short-sighted move that mortgages the future for a shot at a championship window that may only last 2 or 3 years. But it's not just a theoretical debate. Behind the scenes, there are whispers that Dallas's front office has at least explored the feasibility of acquiring a second superstar. Whether it's Giannis or another high-profile name, the Mavericks are clearly not content with playoff appearances. They want titles. And if Barkley's suggestion reflects even part of what team leadership is thinking, then fans could be in for a wild summer. Back to the Cowboys, the signing of the $46 million cornerback brings new pressure to defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer. With this high-priced addition expected to anchor the secondary, Zimmer's defense must produce. That means immediate results, more takeaways, fewer blown coverages, and better red zone performance. Anything less, and the front office could find itself answering tough questions about resource allocation. The risk is particularly notable given the Cowboys' recent history with big-money free agents. Some have worked out brilliantly, like Stephon Gilmore's veteran presence. Others, not so much. The team can't afford another free agency flop, especially not with Dak Prescott's contract situation looming and CeeDee Lamb reportedly seeking a record-breaking extension. There's also the question of locker room chemistry. While the new cornerback brings experience, he also comes with a reputation for being outspoken, sometimes clashing with coaches and teammates. Integrating him into a locker room already full of strong personalities won't be easy, and the pressure to perform will be immense from day one. Training camp will be critical, and all eyes will be on how this gamble plays out on the field. And then there's the broader picture. What kind of message is Dallas sending to its fans? To some, this is a sign the Cowboys are willing to push their chips in, to go all in for a title in what many believe is a narrow window. To others, it's a symptom of disorganized planning, plugging holes with splashy moves instead of building sustainably. Either way, one thing is clear: Dallas is not playing it safe. Whether it's on the football field or the basketball court, bold is the new blueprint. As for Charles Barkley's influence, don't underestimate it. While he's not a GM, Barkley's voice carries weight. He's in constant communication with players, agents, and even executives. When he speaks, people listen. His Flagg for Giannis trade suggestion may be outrageous, but it's also opened the door for serious conversations. Can the Mavericks afford to wait for Flagg to develop? Or should they strike while Luka is in his prime and build a super team now? There's also the reality of Giannis's situation in Milwaukee. After a disappointing playoff exit and persistent speculation about his long-term commitment, it's not out of the question that he could seek a fresh start. If Dallas puts the right package on the table, Flagg, future picks, and role players, the Bucks might at least be forced to listen. Meanwhile, Flagg's camp has remained silent. Sources close to the young phenom say he's focused entirely on the draft and has no intention of getting involved in trade rumors. But his future may not be entirely in his hands. If a team like Dallas sees a path to instant contention, the calculus could change quickly. What we're witnessing is a city at a crossroads. The Cowboys are gambling on a fragile but talented defensive back to save a secondary that's been leaking big plays. The Mavericks are being encouraged to gamble their future on an NBA MVP to chase a ring. It's risk Vs. Reward, future Vs. Present, potential Vs. Proven greatness. So what happens next? The Cowboys' cornerback deal is expected to be finalized by the end of the week, with a press conference potentially revealing the player's identity and contract structure. In the NBA world, Dallas's front office will have to decide if Barkley's outrageous idea is just TV talk or a legitimate road to a title.